These lights are really harsh. Okay. Well, guys, I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet because it's pretty late and everyone's going to bed. I decided that it's time to do another Bright Side of Infertility. Now, this one's going to be a little bit condescending. Today's Bright Side of Infertility topic is education. So, since I went public on Facebook with our infertility, I prepared myself for some comments and questions from people who just didn't know any better, and I've been receiving them. And I have to remind myself to be calm and answer politely and with respect and with patience. But there's a theme that I wanted to point out that really bothers me. And the theme is when it comes to female infertility, it's all voodoo and magic. There's no medical science behind it. All you have to do is acupuncture and relax. So, one of the first comments that I received was a private message on Facebook, and it came from my husband's chiropractor. We know this gentleman through more than one avenue. So, he was like the former roommate of someone that we lived with, and we know him through a high school schoolmate, and then my husband ended up becoming his patient. He sent me a private message, which I appreciate, suggesting that I come in for an adjustment and acupuncture. And I replied, thank you. I'm totally not opposed to acupuncture, especially after embryo transfer. But our main concern at this time is low sperm count and low motility. And he waited a while to respond, and when he did, it was so abrupt. Oh, well, then yeah, definitely in those types of infertility cases, seeking medical attention is the best thing for you to do. So I pondered this. Why is it that when people are under the impression that a woman is infertile, that she just needs to relax and go have acupuncture? And I think the answer is people just do not understand the female body. They do not understand that our brain has most of the control over our fertility. Your brain, your pituitary gland is constantly in communication with your ovaries and so on and so forth. I think it just goes back to the old, men are taken more seriously. If a man says that he's got a problem, then he really truly has a problem. And if a woman says that she has an infertility problem, it's all in her fucking head. And she just needs to relax, and then everything will happen. It'll just happen. And then most recently, a female cousin of mine said, hey, just letting you know that I have a friend who did acupuncture and it helps speed things up. Now, her comment, was completely innocent, and it's my fault. And this is why I feel it's so important to share my journey. She's my cousin, and she has no idea that I've been trying for 2 years. There's no speeding this process up. And my reply to her was that acupuncture is excellent for taking care of my mental health during infertility, and I am considering a session after embryo transfer. But it's not going to give me any eggs. So now that we know that, my husband doesn't make any eggs, and well, of course he doesn't. My husband doesn't make any sperm, and I don't have many eggs in reserve, that this is a serious medical condition. There is no magic. There is no tea. There is no supplement. There is no acupuncturist in the world, no chiropractor that can magically make me pregnant. So the bright side of infertility is just that I'm so well educated now on human reproductivity. It is such an important part of the human race. It crosses boundaries. It crosses boundaries of race and culture and sex and sexual orientation. The desire to be a parent, to have progeny, to teach something and love something unconditionally is just completely natural. And it's something that a lot of people, not everyone, but that a lot of people desire. And yet somehow, after all these millennia, we still think that it's frickin' magic. I'm so thankful for my RE, and I'm so thankful that we have these treatments available. It amazes me that my RE even told me just this past Friday that the AMH test is a new test. She's only had it available to her for the last few years, and that just tells me that things are continuing to advance. And I'm just so thankful for that. And I'm thankful for patience. And I pray for wisdom and strength and more patience as I try my best to educate people, my loved ones. I want them to understand me, and I want them to understand what's going on. I forgot one comment. Without knowing what was going on with us, see, my first public Facebook comment was very vague, just basically, hey, we're dealing with infertility and we've decided to seek help from an RE, and we are going to do IVF with ICSI, and we're very excited. One person commented, hey, have you considered a surrogate? And I thought, a surrogate? You know how expensive that is? And it just goes back to the same old thing. This is a real medical problem. You choose the treatment that fits the symptoms. And that's exactly how I responded to her was, surrogacy is an excellent option for people who cannot, for when women cannot carry a pregnancy, maybe there are uterine issues, and it's great for people who have had recurrent miscarriage. I happen to know that Jimmy Fallon and his wife used a surrogate to finally conceive their daughter. Yes, it is absolutely an option, and it is extremely expensive. I mean, you think IVF is expensive? Try basically adopting a human adult for 9 months, taking care of all of their needs, all of their medical procedures, and then, compensating them for their time and effort and for the pain and suffering that they go through. So thank you so much to all of you for helping me be so strong mentally. And thank you for letting me do this bright side of infertility and sneaking in a little sidecar of being condescending. So I love you all. Baby Dust.